Welcome to When a Crime is Just a Rehearsal. I'm Dr. Alex Morgan, forensic psychologist, and today we're diving into the chilling world of rehearsed crimes, where perpetrators don't just commit acts of violence, they practice them first. What if I told you that the most notorious crimes in history weren't spontaneous acts of rage, but carefully choreographed performances?
And I'm Detective Sarah Wells. In my 15 years investigating homicides, the most disturbing cases I've seen weren't crimes of passion, but those meticulously planned in advance. Like the Columbine shooters, who spent a year planning and even creating practice videos before their attack. It's that preparation, that rehearsal, that we're exploring today.
Exactly, Sarah. What fascinates me about rehearsed crimes is how they reveal the perpetrator's psychology. Unlike impulsive crimes, rehearsed crimes show us a deliberate process, a window into a calculated mind. Let's start with a question that might send chills down your spine. How many murderers practiced killing their victims before actually doing it?
More than you'd think, Alex. The FBI's Behavioral Analysis Unit estimates that approximately 70% of serial killers engage in some form of rehearsal, whether mental visualization, stalking practice runs, or even acting out elements of the crime beforehand.
That statistic is terrifying but illuminating. Take the case of Ted Bundy, who would often do trial runs, practicing his fake arm cast and rehearsing his approach before abductions. He'd practice how to appear harmless, how to ask for help, even testing which parking lots provided the best escape routes.
And what's fascinating from an investigative standpoint is that these rehearsals leave evidence, digital footprints, witness sightings during practice runs, unusual purchases. In the 2017 Las Vegas shooting, the perpetrator booked multiple hotel rooms overlooking outdoor festivals months before the attack, essentially rehearsing his vantage points.
From a psychological perspective, rehearsal serves multiple purposes for the criminal. First, it builds confidence. Second, it helps them problem-solve potential obstacles. And third, for many, the rehearsal itself provides a psychological thrill, a taste of the power they'll experience during the actual crime.
That's exactly what we see in interrogation rooms. When criminals describe their preparation process, they often become animated, even proud. The planning becomes almost as meaningful to them as the crime itself. It's like they're directing their own twisted movie.
Let's talk about how criminal rehearsal differs across various types of crimes. For mass shooters, rehearsal often involves tactical planning, studying floor plans, timing response times, and sometimes even conducting dry runs without weapons to gauge security response.
While with intimate partner homicides, we see different patterns. These perpetrators might rehearse alibis, test sleeping pill doses in food, or practice explanations for accidents. One case I worked involved a husband who practiced rolling his wife's car into a lake multiple times with a mannequin inside before actually committing the murder.
That's chilling, Sarah, and it points to something important. Rehearsal isn't just physical practice. For many criminals, it's an elaborate mental process. They replay scenarios in their minds, visualizing success, working through contingencies. It's similar to how athletes mentally rehearse performance, but with devastating outcomes.
Exactly. And in the digital age, rehearsal has taken new forms. We're seeing perpetrators research previous crimes online, participate in forums discussing methods, and even using video games to simulate scenarios. The 2019 Christchurch shooter literally streamed his attack like a first-person shooter game, the ultimate blurring of rehearsal and reality.
That brings us to a crucial question. Can recognizing the signs of criminal rehearsal help prevent these crimes? What should people watch for?
Absolutely. Warning signs include unusual interest in security systems or procedures, collecting information about potential targets, conducting surveillance, acquiring weapons or materials without logical explanation, and expressing detailed violent fantasies. The challenge is that many of these behaviors can seem innocent in isolation.
That's why context is everything. A photography enthusiast taking pictures of a bridge is very different from someone photographing security camera positions and guard rotations. It's the pattern and purpose that matter.
And this is where public awareness becomes critical. The 2018 Parkland school shooter posted his intentions online and conducted practice dry runs at the school. Several people noticed concerning behaviors, but didn't connect the dots or know where to report them.
Sarah, let's address the question many listeners probably have. Does understanding criminal rehearsal make these horrific acts seem more calculated and therefore somehow worse? Or does it provide hope that with proper detection, we might prevent them?
I think it's both, Alex. Yes, there's something deeply disturbing about the calculated nature of rehearsed crime. It challenges our desire to believe that violence is always impulsive, not deliberate. But there's also hope in understanding the pattern, because rehearsal creates opportunities for intervention.
That's an excellent point. Unlike impulsive crimes, rehearsed crimes have a timeline, windows where detection and intervention are possible. When we understand the psychology of rehearsal, we can identify warning signs and potentially save lives.
Exactly. And that's why conversations like this matter. Public awareness of criminal rehearsal patterns doesn't glorify these acts. It helps create a more vigilant society where potential threats can be identified and addressed before tragedy strikes.
As we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave listeners with this thought. Understanding the dark psychology of rehearsed crimes isn't about creating fear. It's about empowering people with knowledge.
Well said. And for those who found today's discussion valuable, we'll be back next week exploring how digital forensics is revolutionizing how we track the planning stages of crimes. Until then, stay aware, stay safe, and remember that knowledge is our strongest defense against those who would do harm.
This has been When a Crime is Just a Rehearsal. I'm Dr. Alex Morgan.
And I'm Detective Sarah Wells. Thank you for listening.